nice racing Gordy again. I saw you pushing wide over here.
Pushing wide? I do no such thing.
Pretty much the midpoint of the season now, third round of the Brit Car Endurance and our dedicated class within that, really in the sort of meat of the championship now.
Yeah, virtually halfway through the season now. We've got the 9 cars running, they're all improving. The actual racing itself is compressing, so it's getting closer.
Everybody's in such a good mood today. The cars are on great form. Literally all the drivers are saying, I think we're going to get pole today, I think we're going to win the race. So I keep saying to them, you're all saying that, so that's fantastic. So it's a really good buzz.
I'm good, thanks, I'm excited.
There's a man filming my crutch.
What have you done with the suit?
So the suit we've had made to match the Frank Stephenson livery, and obviously every stripe on the suit is worth about a tenth of a second. Stood stationary, I look like I'm going real fast.
This track is so much more fun in this car than I thought it would be. I've driven fast stuff around here before and this just redefines it.
You really feel the speed around here, and that's a good feeling in the car. I mean, the car feels absolutely mega around this course.
Now we're right in the mix, which is really good. So we're as close as we've been so far, and this circuit where it's all amazing and crazy, yeah, I think we've got a real chance of having a good result. So.
The last round at Snetterton, 4 weeks ago, really kind of fell apart at the wayside in the pit lane. I was involved in a pretty hefty pit lane accident where essentially I stood still and I got driven into the back of, so destroyed the back of the car. And championship, we're now I think 4th in the championship, quite a few points behind now.
I think we're sat like 6th or 7th in the championship. So it's certainly got a fair bit of catching up to do. Which we know that we're the fastest car, but like I said at the start of the season, unless you have the luck, it's a bit meaningless.
Best out of the celebrity cars. I think it's 1st to 9th of all Pragas. Every single Praga here is in top 9.
We just qualified 5th, so 3rd row, and also it's interesting because I think Pragas are blocking out pretty much the entire front of the grid now.
Qualifying's gone really well. It's really exciting. We've got 9 Praga R1s racing this weekend, and the first 9 cars on the grid are Praga R1s, so I'm chuffed to bits.
We've got the first 9 cars on the grid are all within a second and a half of each other or something. So it's proving to be very close racing, very competitive, and it looks good as well.
Fantastic thing about Alton Park this weekend is that we've managed to get, for the first time, the guest driver cars, the 5 factory cars that we're managing, but also the customer cars are next to us in the garages. So all the Pragas now are lined up next to each other. So it's really starting to build a picture about what we're trying to do.
So I'm Tim Gray. I run Tim Gray Motorsport. My business is we run race cars, and we're running Pragas as part of that.
Well, Motorswan is a race team, so we run cars for customers, we own cars, we get people going fast on track, and we also manage drivers.
I am a driver and team manager for CeeLo Performance, and we're running a Praga in the Brit Car series.
We're a customer of Praga, so we have one of their cars, and then Tim Gray is running it. So yeah, being a customer of Praga is still very good because you do get almost that factory support that you'd get in the factory team, but being run by another team.
It starts way before a race weekend. We spend a lot of time in the preparation side. They're hour-long races. The cars need a lot of preparation before, so that's where it first starts. Once we get here, we do that Friday testing, and we work optimising the setup and optimising the driver's performance as well. We have a really good back catalogue of data that we can use to bring the driver along quickly, and then we start racing.
There's competitiveness, there's rivalry, but also there's feeling of like having a bigger team, which was always the plan actually. It was never going to be a them and us thing. We really wanted everybody working together, and so it's great that we're all together now physically but as well as that sort of emotion, I guess.
Abby had a problem with her right hand side seat belt. So basically what it means is the entire field are let loose. The entire field's passed, then we're allowed to leave the pit lane. So we've effectively started last place from the pit lane.
We're here for the third round of the Britcar Endurance Championship at beautiful Oulton Park. So a train of 9 Praga R1s go through Deer Leap and up to full speed to the green flag, and we're racing at Oulton Park. Looks like there's a problem for Jamie Broadbent, and Jamie clearly frustrated with that, because that is going to be the end of the race for him and his teammate Jem Hepworth. Pit stop time here in the Britcar Endurance Championship. Jay Morton brings in the Praga R1 after a superb first stint and hands over to his pro driver Angus Fender. Angus Fender now on board the 85 car, and he is wasting absolutely no time swooping past the island bend and taking the lead of the race, as Angus Fender brings the 85 car over the line and they win here in the Britcar Endurance Championship.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it couldn't be better, really. We've got a really fast driver in Angus Fender that's joined us to race, but partnering with Jay Morton, hardly done any races. He's now in a Praga and he's now got a winner's trophy. Angus was super fast, but Jay has to provide the platform from which Angus can then take the victory. So it's a win for both of them. So
here they come.
Yeah, here they come. So it's great.
Inexperienced you are, this is your first year of any form of motorsport. This guy's learnt so fast. He ran 6 seconds alone yesterday. He came in today, I said we could get a pot and we get the biggest one. So he did it, mate. Make a job.
Fuck me, when's it gonna end?
I've got one more race left. All I want is just some luck, and I want a pot. I want to leave with another pot.
Basically, we had I think a steering wheel problem, but the guys have been like super on it. They've been just trying. They've been, basically since the last race, they've just been trying to get things fixed. It seems to be fixed now, and they've tried to sort of simulate the conditions that we had before. So hopefully, we should all be good.
Just can't take these things too seriously, can you? At the end of the day, we're in Oulton Park. The sun's shining. We're racing race cars. Everything's cool, man.
Right, okay, so firstly for race 2, we're going to change a few things. Going forwards, we want to have every driver, providing we're on schedule, every driver suited and booted at the car 20 minutes before.
Time for race 2 here at Oulton Park in beautiful Cheshire sunshine. 60 minutes of racing with 1 compulsory driver change. We have no less than 7 Praga R1s starting at the front of the grid, with Tim Gray, Jay Morton and Angus Fender, and also CW Performance. And it's green flag. We are racing at Oulton Park. Abby Eaton is on an absolute flyer, chasing down the CW Performance Praga R1. So it's bad news for the CW Performance Praga. A sheared wheel nut taking that car out of the fight. But profiting from that is Abby Eaton and Gordy Much, who are really due some luck after a difficult season so far. They take the lead of the Praga Clash, but Gordon Much's old rival, Angus Fender, is chasing him down hard. And isn't this fantastic to see the Praga customer cars and the cars from their guest driver programme duking it out on a level playing field. Abby Eaton climbed out of her Praga R1 for the last time before heading off to duty in the W Series. Gordy Much, the Scotsman from Lockerbie, climbs in, leading the race at this point, but Angus Fender, Gordy's old rival, is on the way. Through Deer Leap they go then. Gordy Much leading, Fender pops out to the outside, it's very close, Much nearly runs him to the pit wall. Much looks to the inside and Fender goes by into turn 1. Angus Fender leads here at Oulton Park. What a move by Angus Fender.
Hats off to Angus for driving like an absolute star all day. Yeah, what a talent.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, Dad.
How's your hand?
It was a nice racing Gordy again. I saw you push him wide over here.
Pushing wide? I do no such thing. Yeah, it was great. It was great battling with him for the most part. I mean, it reminded me of something that happened 5 years ago in British Karting Championships. Of course, we were rivals back then. And I trust Gordy to race me cleanly and hard, and he raced me cleanly and hard. And it's I was able to get by him and pull a bit of a gap, and then he caught me as the race went on. So I was starting to get nervous in the last few laps, and the mind games came into play. But happy to bring it home, and Gordy and I 1 and 2 is really cool.
It was fun, and then when he got past, I'm sure you'll see from the onboard, well, my car started cutting out, and he just kind of got by because I didn't have any power. It was misfiring, so a nice result, and it's a good way to end.
Say goodbye to me. Say goodbye to me. Good luck
So,
for the rest of the year. Don't miss me too much.
Good luck in W Series.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers, buddy.
Where did you finish?
P7 in class, I think 12th overall. So I didn't quite get back to the end of the Pragas, but that's what I was trying to do, but didn't quite manage it.
You must be a proper racing driver now because you're disappointed with 7. You would have been happy with the finish on 3 races ago.
Yeah, I think it's just we know that we had we have really good pace. We were really fast, and you know the results we have definitely don't reflect how quick we were. So it's kind of strange. Well, it wasn't a good weekend in that regard. I mean, yeah, more time in the car, more experience, but you always want to do well. I guess it's just like it's a competitive person in me. It's in sim, it's here. It doesn't matter where it is. Always want to be the best, or at least be near the best.
A pretty meh weekend in general. Just
going along fine, and then suddenly
difficult to kind of comment on because we for some reason have no speed in the car. It's trying to kill me every time I go near a corner, and a difficult weekend. And I just, I think this is maybe due to the accident at Snetterton, and it's just kind of prolonged, and we haven't found the actual, all the damage yet.
Today was a good example of what the whole programme that we're doing with our guest drivers was set up to do. We've had double race winners, Angus Fender and Jay Morton, and that was the template. A racing driver, fast racing driver, with a novice, helping him through, setting a bedrock, setting a foundation, close racing between the Pragas. There was 4 of the Pragas were toe-to-toe for lap after lap after lap, so our hearts were in our mouths, but we've got 9 cars on the grid now, but at the end of the day, it's absolutely brilliant.